and apparently come up with argument against the other sects. The seed of sectarian differences was sown in academic theories, in blind following, and at times tribal prejudice. What really is an exegesis, tafsir of this kind was actually not tafsir, it was adaptation. Your own viewpoint being adapted in a way to present to others as if it was the true viewpoint of Quran. Let me give you an example. For example, we'll say regarding a verse, what does Quran say about it? That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is, how can this verse be explained in a way that will benefit or fit my beliefs? How can I explain this verse so that it will fit my belief? The first question is, what does Quran say? Where I have given prominence to what Quran is saying. What is the intent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What is the meaning of that verse? And the second question, what I am referring to is an explanation that will fit my beliefs. So this will be actually adapting Quran to my beliefs. That's what I mean by adaptation. Adapting Quran to conform to my beliefs. How different it is from the earlier question of seeking guidance from Quran by asking the question, what Quran says, what Quran means. Now, the second part of this question, second question rather, I have completely different viewpoint. I have some preconceived notions, some belief system in my mind, and I am looking at a verse of Quran to see how can I justify what I believe, or how can I explain it the way that will fit my beliefs. In other words, I am trying to adapt Quran to my beliefs. This, of course, is leading to something else.
Which is very common for the
Yeah. Of course. The first approach, of course, is that a person who is making tafsir using the first approach, forgets every preconceived notion or idea or belief and goes where the Quran leads him to. In the second case, the person has already established his belief system, what he believes in, and cuts actually the Quranic verses to fit that particular belief of his. Okay. Of course, it's not exegesis, but that's the way it is. The third group of people were the philosophers. They had the same syndrome. Okay. They tried to fit the Quranic verses on the principles of Greek philosophy. These theologians, fighting among themselves on the sectarian level, tried to fit it based on their sectarian beliefs. These philosophers tried to fit the Quranic verses on the Greek philosophy that they translated into Arabic. Of course, the Greek philosophy was divided into various aspects regarding mathematics, regarding natural sciences, regarding divinity, and regarding politics. If a verse clearly explained against clearly to stand against those preconceived beliefs, philosophical beliefs. It was explained in a different way so as to fit. In the way the verses describing metaphysical subjects, those explaining the creation of earth and heaven, for example, the Genesis, those concerned with life after death and resurrections, paradise and hell, were distorted to conform to the philosophy that was Greek philosophy. Unfortunately, Muslim philosophers felt no remorse in accepting those Greek philosophical notions as absolute truths and made Quran conform to those. For example, one of the things that the Greek mythology had was that the earth was the center and the rest around earth. Interestingly, this remained currency for many centuries, till Galileo's, style, as far as West is concerned. But when someone brought this notion from Egypt to Medina, and Imam Sadiq al-Islam was there, he rejected it. He said, no, that's not the case. And he explained. So what is the Greek ideas about metaphysics, about natural sciences, physical sciences, and whatever they were assumed to be absolute truths. And if Quranic verses were not going by the same thread, they were altered in explanation to prove it. For example, Quran says, Rabbul Mashariq al Magharib, the Lord of the Easts and the Wests. Plural is used. Now the East and West, there is one East and there is one West. Okay. So the explanation was made whatever. In reality, if you think about Alameen, and you think about planets and stars and galaxies and various systems that are in existence, for each system there is an east and west for each planet, as far as the orientation is concerned. Yes, he is the Lord of east and west, using plural. Why you have explained that only in the terms of earth as the Greek mythology talked about? Issues were there. This, unfortunately, led to many, otherwise sane philosophers into accepting what seemed to be completely irrational. That happened. There may be a reason that Imam Sadiq al-Islam used to teach from astronomy to zoology, all subjects, including philosophy in Medina, as the Imams too, who got a chance, so that people will be protected from the onslaught of the mythology coming from the Greek culture. The fourth group were the Sufis. They kept their eyes on the esoteric aspects of creation. They were too occupied with the inner self, to look at the outer world. This tunnel-like vision prevented them from looking at the things in true perspective. Their love for the esoteric made them look for interpretation of verses in a way that would appeal to their inner self